Okay, I'd like to call the October 10th, 2023 meeting to order. We're going to start with the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation, the first responders who protect our neighborhoods. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize the atrocities that are going on in Israel right now, and ask that everybody keep those, to keep them in your thoughts as well. The mayor and I thought it would be a great idea to ask Rabbi Herson to come down and say a few words. Perfect timing, Rabbi. The microphone is yours, sir. Yes, sir.
This way?
Go around and face that way so you're facing everyone, yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. Almighty Father in heaven, some 50 years ago, after the Yom Kippur War in 1973, a prominent Israeli leader visited with the Grand Rabbi, the Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. The Rabbi asked this individual what people in Israel were feeling right after the Yom Kippur War. The individual responded that many were reeling and asking, what's going to be? They try time and time to annihilate us. The great Rabbi said, what is going to be is a question of despondence. What can I do to help is a question of productivity, and that question must be asked. The scriptures teach that every godly act has an immediate and universal effect on everyone in this world, and particularly assists those in the greatest time of need. Every person, everyone here, every person, is endowed with an infinite soul that has infinite power to positively affect our world. We must emanate as much light as possible and translate our deep pain into a determined resolve to heal, comfort, console, and strengthen. Our illuminated efforts, which would include prayer, charity, love of every person, continual acts of kindness, and unconditional embrace of our neighbors, and even acquaintances. That light will dispel much darkness. These are commitments that each of us can undertake, and based on those verses in the scriptures, will give a spiritual and emotional strength to those who need it the most. Heavenly Father, please give us the vision and strength to understand and internalize how much each of us can do at this time to strengthen and comfort others. Give us the resolve to implement your aforementioned guidance, which states, even a little light dispels a lot of darkness, so that we can respond to the darkness of evil with a strategy, with a vigilance, with the light of love, kindness, and prayer, and starting there, not stopping there. Help us to not underestimate the cosmic effect of a divine act. Please allow our spiritual efforts to strengthen and comfort those who grieve and who are suffering, and to protect those who are battling to decisively eradicate evil at this very moment. And please guide the leaders of Israel and all world leaders to pursue this end with total determination. Because, as we find with the Talmudic adage, misplaced compassion results in the greatest of cruelty. And the focus, therefore, is to protect those who need protection. May God bless the people of Israel. May God bless each of you. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the solidarity and the oneness that we feel with each other. And with God's help, light will persevere. Amen.
Moment of silence, please. Thank you. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway, in compliance with Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Additionally, notice was posted on the Township website, the official bulletin boards of Rockaway, and filed in the office of the Township Clerk. At this point, I am very proud to turn it over to our mayor, who's going to give the oaths of office to our 4 new police officers.
Howard, please.
So I wanted to have up, oh wow. Well, first, Rabbi, thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for the inspirational words. Wanted to have all our new business administrator, Michelle Moran, our personnel officer, come up. Chief, come on up. You know, some of the most important hires, in my opinion, we make are in our police force. They are the most visible members of our team that works with our members of our community, and they protect all of our residents. So it's with incredible pride that I get to read the oath of office. So first, Brock, can you come up? And whoever you want to hold the Bible for, you have somebody you want to hold the Bible? Anybody. Right hand the Bible, left hand the Bible, right hand the Bible. Here. All right, we'll do them all at the end. Rabbi, we'll do them all at the end. All right, left hand the Bible, right hand up. You got for me.
I, Brock Ninehouse,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
the office of police officer
the office of police officer
to
to the best of my ability.
the best of my ability,
Then I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
to the government established in the United States
and the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
and the authority of the people,
and the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God. Thank you.
Right here. He can bring it over here. Just sign right
Yeah, sure, unless you
there,
want to now.
and then you can just sign right there.
Francis. Come on this side. And both hold the Bible. Left hand the Bible, right hand here. I, Francis McCormick,
I, Francis McCormick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
and justly perform
all the duties of
the office of police officer
the office of police officer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and
and allegiance
to the same,
to the same
and to the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state
under the power and the authority of the people,
under the authority of people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Walter? Your left hand up. I, Walter Kuiper,
I, Walter Kuiper,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform
perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of police officer
of police officer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution
and that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go take this over to Everett. Thank you. Brett. All right, up, right there. You can have everybody come up if you want. There we go. Go ahead, grab on. I, Brett McCaffrey,
I, Brett McCaffrey,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution
and I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Can I get all four cadets up here real quick, please? Brett, you can step here. You. Rabbi?
It's an honor to stand together with you. In biblical writings, in this physical world, there is no greater emphasis than the critical need for law enforcement. Without law enforcement, there's total chaos. That's pretty much quoting what the verse says. And therefore, we are indebted to you. It's actually a biblical commandment to establish a police force. Many may not know this, but in the book of Deuteronomy, to establish courts of law in every single corner of the land, to establish law enforcement in the same, to make sure that there's safety and security for all mankind, and that thereby they're able to fulfill the mission in this world. So you're fulfilling a civil mission, a moral mission, but also a godly mission. And in that vein, may God Almighty watch over you, always protect you, as you dedicate your lives to keeping our citizenry safe. May God Almighty not only keep you safe, but bless you in all that you do. Bless your families, and in a way that allows us to walk in tandem together, or march in tandem together, to conquer this world with love and with light. And with that partnership, we will definitely succeed. And perhaps just to conclude, just to repeat lines of a psalm from the book of Psalms, 122, which refers back to what we spoke about before and now as well. And it reads as follows: Pray for the well-being of Jerusalem May those who love you rest in serenity. Pray for the well-being of all of our brothers and sisters and for those who watch over them. For the sake of the house of the Almighty, I request that God bless and look over you for all good. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for the privilege. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Come on, hey, wait, come on, back up. Wait, come on back up.
We're seeing how good they are at following orders.
Chief, you want to come up? Captain Shear? Michelle, Paula, come on, get that picture. Get closer. Everybody's got to get close. Yeah, he's right there. Where is he? Yeah, he's right here. Yeah, he's right there. Go ahead, Steve. Come on, let's get closer. And thanks to all the officers for coming tonight. Thanks for all you do, and have a safe shift tonight.
It's gonna clear it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to call the meeting back to order. Agenda item number 7, we are pulling and holding that for a future meeting. Sorry. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Here.
Councilwoman Noon,
Here.
Councilman Brooks,
I'm here.
Councilman Sackett,
Present.
Councilman Brooks,
Here.
Councilman Selberg,
Here.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Here.
Vice President Quinn,
Here.
President Kritz.
Here. Hey, folks, if I could ask, I'm sorry, just a conversation to move outside. Or you can stay in here and not miss the riveting 30 minutes to come.
We'll call the cops.
I know. Okay, moving on to approval of minutes. September 12th Township Council regular meeting. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Abstain.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Selberg,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Quinn,
Abstain.
President Kritz.
Yes, it's 7 yeses, 2 abstention, motion passes. We're going to move on to the open to the public portion. I will call your name off the sheet as a reminder. There is a 3-minute limit. Please, and we're going to ask you to please state your name and address for the record before you begin. Eleanor Hoffman. Don't take it personally.
Eleanor Hoffman, 204 West Lakeshore Drive, Rockaway. I just had a question. I was going down Richard Mine Road today, and when you pass the houses, then you have woods on both sides. I see the woods on the left, it says it's posted no hunting, no trespassing. On the right, it says bow hunting is pretty much happening. We're killing your bears right now, so don't enter this area. Which I was obviously trying to prevent happening in Rockaway Township. But how do I find out who owns, like, if it's, because I remember like years ago, whoever, they weren't paying their taxes anymore, whatever corporation it was. So then I guess it falls under Rockaway Township, and I know that it's an ordinance that there's no hunting on Rockaway Township land. Okay. So how do I find out, like, what department do I go to find out who owns both sides? Is it the state on one side and then somebody else on the other side?
If you email or call our business administrator,
Business
she would
administrator.
send you to the right person.
Okay.
You know, we would need to find out block and lot numbers and
Right.
so forth, and then take it from there. But
Okay.
yes, our Ms. Cosarelli is our business administrator,
Okay, oh, thank you.
and she can get you to the right person.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there anybody else who did not sign the sheet that wishes to speak? Okay. Moving on, ordinances for public hearing, final adoption. O-23-23, an ordinance amending Chapter 54 entitled Land Use and Development of the Code of the Township of Rockaway to amend its regulations pertaining to amusement centers, fitness centers, and indoor recreation in the B1 Neighborhood Business District, the B2 Highway Business District, the RB Regional Business District, the Industrial District, the PED Planned Economic Development District, and the O2 Office Building District. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this ordinance specifically? Any council discussion? Okay, Mr. Mayor, I know you have a few words.
Yeah, so just for the public, so this ordinance is part of my initiative to expand the scope of business uses allowable in the zones named in the ordinance to combat vacancies and maintain and increase tax ratables, right? That's the main drive of this ordinance. We want to enhance the local availability of goods and services to our residents. And the ordinance really reflects a national trend to expand the permitted use profile for brick and mortar buildings in the post-COVID economy, and it will benefit the township and its residents. So thank you for allowing me to talk.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sahlberg,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Quinn,
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Ordinances for introduction, O-23-24. Ordinance amending Chapter 7, Article 2 of the revised ordinances of the Township of Rockaway in order to add new ordinance Section 68, establishing a Title 39 enforcement plan for the regulation of parking, standing ingress, egress, and the flow of traffic on private property owned by R&K Commons LLC, identified on the official tax map of Rockaway Township as Block 22401, lots 3.06 and 3.07. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sahlberg.
One more time.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Quinn,
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes. It's 9 yeses and 1 burn. Good. O-23-25, an ordinance amending the salaries of certain officials and employees of the Township of Rockaway in the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sahlberg,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Quinn,
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, it's 9 yeses, motion passes. Moving on to the consent agenda, R-23-171, R-23-172, R-23-173, R-23-174, R-23-175, R-23-176, and R-23-177. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second. Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Sahlberg,
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich,
Yes.
Vice President Quinn,
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, it's 9 yeses, motion passes. We're going to move on to old business, new business, and discussion. I'd like to remind everybody that we try to keep it to 5 minutes. I'm looking in that general direction right there. 5 minutes. All I give them. Today, we're going to start with Councilman Friedlander.
Thank you. Couple quick reports from committees. Substance Abuse Alliance, we met this past month, and all the programs at Copeland are set for 2024. Library Board is going well. Children's programs are picking up. The Environmental Committee, we're meeting this week, and we're going to be discussing environmental issues regarding main issue are the lakes that are in our town. Historical Society, we're having the Fall Festival, Market Town, November 5th, Sunday from 1 to 5. That'll probably be, hopefully, next to last function that we have in the house before they start working on it with the grant money that we have for next year. And that's it as far as committee reports. But I do want to thank the chief personally, based on what Howard said, what's going on in the Middle East with Israel, for ramping up the security at our temples around the holidays. Believe me, it's well appreciated by the community. Thank you again, Chief.
Councilwoman Brooks.
First, I have a few things, so bear with me. I wanted to know if there was any more information that can be provided into regards to an email that we received yesterday from an Allison McGeary. She stated RT employees were attempting to remove signs from her property. She then sent another email retracting that it was not a Rockaway Township employee, but the issue was taken care of. So I don't know if anyone can shed a little light on what happened.
I will during my report, sure.
Excellent, thank you, Mayor. Speaking of signs, 'tis the season. I just want to ask people to be conscious of where they're placing the signs. It's not just political signs. This happens just to be the time of year where there's abundance of them. But it's all signs. People are sticking them. There's individuals potentially who don't live in the communities. They're coming out and they're not aware, but we have areas of intersections where people are placing signs. Specifically, I know two of that I know personally are problematic, and I've received a few phone calls already today about the one, the corner of Meriden and Green Pond, the hump. It is an obstruction of view for people trying to come out when they're making the right, to see cars coming down, crossing over. It's a very busy intersection, specifically at commuter times. That, and then also the corner of Ordinary Drive and Mount Hope Ave. There were none as I saw when I came through, but that generally can be problematic, just the slope of the hill. So I just ask that people be extremely conscious of where they're placing the signs, just so that, you know, we keep traffic safe. Also, any updates that we can get on the county work they're doing on Green Pond Road. Commuter school traffic was tough today. They seem to have started at 7 a.m., maybe even prior. I personally sat for 20 minutes from the, old Party City, I still call it, to the diner because they abruptly shut it the lane. Fortunately, we did have a township officer later in the day who was trying to help people merge into that left lane, but it is third-party work. I'm aware of that, and other particular officers who come in who aren't familiar with our town kind of just let you figure it out. So I don't know if there's any update on that, if they could do the work at night. I know they've paved at night, but I have to say it was pretty brutal this morning. And I always like to end on a high, because that's how I work. So I just want to highlight the annual Hills versus Knowles Duel, the district football game, took place on Saturday. Regardless of who wins or loses, for me personally, it's hard not to cheer for everybody. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize the 8 seniors who sparked their love of the game as Rockets. And you have from Morris Hills, Cole Piazza, Shane Davidson, and Brady Gabe. And then for Morris Knowles, Jojo Flamia, Luke Clavin, Aaron Gardner, Sam Frendo, and my personal favorite, Tyler Brooks. It really is a pleasure to watch these boys play. Their seasons aren't over yet, but this will be their last time to play together. So it was really nice to see the sportsmanship that they have. the respect they have for not only themselves, their teams, one another, even as opponents. And all the moms truly appreciate that they immediately went to the 50-yard line to take a picture at the end. So congrats to all those gentlemen. And that is all I have.
Councilman Oliver?
Nothing to report.
Councilman Matovich?
Yeah, I attended Oktoberfest, and the person that I saw there, many people, but Bob, who helps out here at council meetings all the time, he was there, and he said he's been there for over 40 years since day one, helping out our community out. Then I go to St. Clement's Church, Bob is always there, helping out, painting, and doing whatever he needs to do to help out, the community of Rockaway Township. So I first would like to recognize Bob for the great work he does in our community. And the great event, Oktoberfest, was great. There were people from all over the place, Pennsylvania, New York, all over our state. So it was a great event. I also attended Morris County League of Municipalities. The speaker there was Sheriff Gannon. He spoke about a number of programs that the county has available, obviously to residents of the county. But his big thing is the opioid and drug epidemic. Some numbers he shared with us is that the overdose numbers are down, which is great. Unfortunately, mental health assistance, another program he started, the suicide rates are going up. So if anybody needs, assistance or knows anybody that needs help, he's got a program called Hope Hub that people go on their website and get assistance. They also signed up with a reentry program to hopefully cut down on the, I'm going to mess this word up, it's kind of hard, recidivism rate. It's currently at 47%. In the county, which is below the average, but he's hoping that through this reentry program, we could get it down to below 20. Some great numbers, we could get that done, but congratulations to the four new officers. To them and their families. I would end this with, like I end all my roll calls, which is I would tell them be safe and back each other up. And that's all I have.
Councilwoman New?
Yes, just a couple of quick things. First, congratulations to the officers that were sworn in tonight also. I also wanted to remind everyone that next Tuesday, October 17th, is the passport event that's happening here. So if we can get that out on Facebook again, I'd really appreciate it. And that's next Tuesday in this room, right? In this room? Right. Okay, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Getting cold.
What?
It's getting cold outside.
Can't do it outside, yeah.
Right. And the third thing is I want to send a shout out to the Birchwood Fire Company, who won several awards this past weekend in the Sussex County Firemen's Parade. I think they won like 3, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure, but good job by them. Thank you.
Councilman Brooks?
Thank you very much, Council President. I only have 2 minor things, both associated with Mount Hope Avenue. One, I'll get in touch, but it's going to be some of the lights, the street lights are out, so they're going to need to get updated and new bulbs put in, because I know the seniors really rely on those, especially through some of those sharp curves that are right before the mall. And the other one is there was an accident on Saturday in front of my house at 3:30 in the morning. And I think we'll probably have to look at talking with the county about getting some of the arrows that show you that the road is turning, because this is probably about the 10th time somebody's gone through my woods in the last 3 years. So, yeah. So that's about it on my side.
Councilman Sackett?
Thank you, Council President. Wasn't that long ago, we had a nice ribbon cutting at the Rockaway Mall for the Real Fruit Bubble Tea, and see a lot of work going on at the mall, so it's exciting to see new business coming into Rockaway. This Sunday, I guess Michael Lardy's not here, there is the White Meadow Lake POA elections. I think they're starting at 9 a.m. till about 2. Also, congratulations to the officers, and quickly on Councilwoman Brooks's email, I've seen it too, and I'd reached out to the chief for that resident, and they went down and they acted very quickly. And a couple hours later, I got another phone call from another resident, and they caught the person. Sergeant Bader did a great job, and some reason this person from out of town, from Newark, was taking all my signs, had 25 of them, and 25 signs.
Maybe they're gonna be worth something.
They weren't just in Rockaway Township, they were going they were going all over, and they caught them, and I got them all back. So thank you for all your hard work and help, and thank you to the mayor. I'm sure you allowed that, and I appreciate your help. So thank you. That's my report.
Council Vice President?
Yes, thank you. I attended the planning board meeting. We had a few things on the agenda, nothing earth-shattering, but we're moving along. Hopefully, we get some big viable stuff coming in shortly. Tax ratables are always welcomed. The other thing is I attended the rec meeting, and one of the issues at the rec meeting, which I addressed with the mayor and administration, was the seating at Peterson Field, the new field. And I'm glad to announce that the mayor took the ball by the horns and he ran with it, and they're putting together a plan to deal with the seating so that the residents are not sitting in the parking lot, or because somebody's going to get killed in that parking lot. And there was also a trip hazard, which they are going to address. So thank you very much. That was a big topic at the rec meeting, and when I was at the field, it was a big topic because we sent pictures and everything worked out. So thank you. And the new officers, congratulations. As Paul said, back each other up, be safe, be aware of the crazies out there. There's a lot. Other than that, everybody stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
I also wanted to bring up the California police officers, and really what a big deal it is for us. To kind of give a peek behind the curtain, you know, this doesn't just happen, you know, on a whim. So this is a lot of planning, a lot of budget work, you know, and I want to give kudos to this council and the mayor and our department heads. The budget process in this town is a very involved, very complicated, long, drawn-out process. And then ultimately, it gets into the hands of the council. There are some spirited discussions amongst the council members on many things. However, when it comes to funding our police and fire departments, there is, you know, no argument. We brought forth, you know, the police officers this year. It was a unanimous vote. We just commissioned a brand new pumper for one of the firehouses. When it comes to public safety, there's never a question. So I want to thank the council for that. I want to thank, you know, the whole department heads for putting it together. But, you know, this is something we voted on, you know, almost a year ago now. You know, and it takes time to hire the right people. I mean, God, they do look so young, even as, you know, Councilman Solberg said, you know, it's like, I feel like they have school tomorrow, these guys, but, you know, they're young, but listen, these are the people that we are entrusting with our safety, you know, and again, when it comes to that, there's no contestation amongst anybody on the council or the administration, so I just want to thank everybody for that. Mr. Yadrifano.
Thank you, Council President. Just two quick litigation updates and one more comment. The lawsuit filed against the township and just about everybody in it by Officer Albert. JIF has assigned Eric Harrison to represent us in that matter. We'll work with him. He's worked for us and with us a number of times in the past with highly successful results. Most notably in the two civil rights suits that Mr. Kelly filed against Mayor Jackson in his former capacity as council president and against former Mayor Puzio. So we anticipate a good working relationship in that matter and a good result. Also, on next Tuesday, I will be going to the Montville Township Municipal Court for the continuing saga of Mr. Tucker Kelly's latest code violation. The purpose of the hearing next Tuesday is because Mr. Kelly has requested the court subpoena just about everyone in Rockaway Township to serve as witnesses. We realize what this tactic is. Fortunately, we were able to object to that tactic, and the court, in its infinite wisdom, has set a hearing to determine whether or not it should issue any subpoenas in the first place. And third, and last, I thank you, Council President, for moving through the agenda so quickly tonight because, as Mayor Jackson pointed out in our pre-meeting conference, I'm old and I need my warm milk.
Past his bedtime.
Mayor Jackson?
Yeah, so a few things. We did, Suzanne and I had gone to the Rockets JV game, varsity game on the turf a couple Saturdays ago, and it definitely, it's our first year with the turf, so I ask everybody to be patient. We're still figuring things out, seating, safety, all those things. So actually, later that week, I met with Dave Dyer, Allison Ferrante, and Dave Swan, and we met down at Peterson and talked through some of the challenges I thought I saw, and we talked about potential solutions. So more to come on that, but like, as I said, it's the first year in the turf, so we're working through it. So Saturday we're out of town, and the events unfolded in Israel. I was talking to Council President Kritz on Sunday, and we thought, let's have Rabbi Herson come and say something, and I'm glad we did. He's so spiritual, and he's an awesome person to be around. I'm so happy he came tonight, and I thank him for that. Fire company, Birch Fire Company, before winning all those awards. I drive by that firehouse every night, and every night they're out there working on those trucks. So it's no wonder why they won those awards. It's awesome. And one of the things about the new cops, they're all Rockaway kids. They all grew up here. I think two of them went to Knowles, one went to Hills, and one went to Votex. So they're all kids from this community, which is awesome. So I'm so proud to have them represent us. A few more things, business recognition. I know a lot of people know Glenn Katz. He's been in this community for a long time. He's a big member of the White Meadow Lake community. He recently bought Blue Titan Fitness and Self-Defense. It's the place in the borough right on Main Street by the river. He's been Dr. Katz. Glenn has been a Rockaway Township resident for 26 years with 23 years in the White Meadow Lake, where he serves as second vice president on the board of directors. Could that change on Saturday after the election, Jonathan, or no? You think he'll get it? Also, Dr. Katz been active Rockaway Youth Sports for close to 20 years. He's been a coach and a baseball board member. He became owner of Blue Titan Fitness and Self-Defense in August after being a member for close to 10 years. He's passionate about the health and fitness for our community, and saw becoming the owner as a great opportunity to help people even more. And anybody who knows Glenn knows he's all about helping people. He's a doctor of chiropractic for 27 years. White Meadow Lake Chiropractic Health and Wellness Practice will now be headquartered inside Blue Titan Fitness and Self-Defense. The staff prides itself on welcoming families of our community and people of all levels of fitness, age, and abilities. Blue Titan Self-Defense not only helps its members get in shape, but also teaches Krav Maga, Israeli self-defense, which trains in-home safety, focusing on how to encounter a bad situation. The facility is located 27 East Main Street, Rockaway. Their motto is "Get in shape, go home safe." So visit our Facebook page to get more information, or just stop by there. Glenn's a great guy, and he's awesome. So a couple of emails I wanted to leave. I got a good. Dear Mr. Jackson, I know people are quick to complain and very slow to send compliments. I just want to compliment Allison Lombardo. I know she's being inundated with questions. I want you to know she has the patience of a saint. She's absolutely wonderful. She's married to John, so she has to have the patience of a saint. But anyway, she is absolutely wonderful and always goes the extra mile to try and help someone. She is also always available when you have an issue and works on it ASAP. I'm sure she has a lot of duties, and I know she's probably getting a lot of complaints. I know some people are very rude, but she's always very calm and tries to calm people. She does a wonderful job. And for those who don't know, Allison is my administrative assistant in the administrative office, and Paul's administrative assistant. One thing about her, right, I can't tell you how many times I'll be there at 5 o'clock and she's still there, and she's supposed to leave at 4:30 and the phone rings and she answers the phone. And we have a lot of employees like that, and it's awesome, and what makes our building great. So this is from Christine Bray, who's the booster director for the Rockets. I just want to take a moment and let you know that the Rockaway Township Recreation Department is really so wonderful to work with, and I feel very fortunate that the town has such a great team. Dave Dyer, time and time again, comes through to help support the fields and concession needs for our seasons. Sue Gabe is not only the kindest person to speak to, but she is also efficient and always follows up and handles everything so seamlessly. Dave Swan and his crew are truly the best. They do such a wonderful job keeping our fields game day ready, parks clean, and prepping for every event, assisting with the cleanup and aftermath. I know it's not an easy job just keeping up with requests and requirements from the sports leagues, trying to pull off successful seasons, and I just wanted to let someone know that all the effort does not go unnoticed. They are the background superheroes who deserve most of the kudos. I know the Rockets program myself relies so heavily on them to make anything happen for our players and cheerleaders, and I just want them to get the recognition they deserve. And one last person I would like to recognize is Bob Scanlon. He could not have been more helpful with getting us a sound system and helping us set up and clean from the Rockets pep rally. Without any of the above mentioned people, the Rockets program could and would not be nearly as successful. We appreciate each of them, the mayor and the council members, for always supporting our great program. I thought that was really special and wanted to share that. A few things I just wanted to go over. We did do an event at White Meadow Lake. Thanks to Mr. Lardy for hosting. Brought Captain Shear, Mr. Heitzman, Mr. Dyer, Paula came, Dave Dyer, Peter Tabbitt, our health director, came, and we just did an informational session about some of the services Rockaway has to offer, and I think it went over well. I think it was well received. As Jonathan mentioned, we had the bubble tea ribbon cutting, and I got to try some, and it was very good, and I'm so happy I don't have to drive to Denville anymore to get bubble tea. On the 30th, there were a bunch of events going on in town. White Meadow Lake had a fall festival. I show up, and there's a bunch of witches doing aerobics and stuff. So they did that boat thing with the witches, right? A bunch of the moms dressed up, so that was pretty cool. Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. I don't know if you had any chance to go up there. They had a fall festival, and one of their members built a miniature golf course in their basement, and it's pretty cool. And it was nice. They had a bunch of old cars and things like that. And then Ethan Pollock had his Eagle Scout Award presentation, Court of Honor, I believe they call it. So I attended that on Saturday the 30th too. A bunch of weddings. I think I've had 3 or 4 weddings since I had a doubleheader last night. We had 3 or 4 weddings since the last council meeting. Went to a Stony Brook PTA meeting. There had to be 50 parents there. Like, it was awesome. There were a lot of people. It's great to see people out and about again, getting involved, being actively involved in helping the children in our town. So it was really cool. I hope you all get the chance to stop by Park Lake, right by the gazebo, the free library that Mr. Dyer and I helped install with a Girl Scout last Friday, I believe. It's really cool. Basically, it's a big box with a door on it, and you open up, and she filled it with books. And the objective is you come up and you take a book and you put a book in there. And so hopefully what it'll do is, people walking around, maybe next time you come, you bring a book, and, some kids will take books and get into reading. So I thought that was really cool. And there was also this weekend, I saw Mr. Freeland at the shredding event at White Meadow Lake. Eileen Horwitz just does a great job. Doing things for the community, especially in White Meadow Lake, to raise awareness, raise funds for the fire department. So, thanks everybody. That's all I have.
Ms. Cosarelli?
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to segue into what the mayor was saying. Oftentimes, with regard to the kind of staff we have here in Rockaway Township, oftentimes people have issues, and you're not really going to go to the county, the state, or the federal level. You're going to come here to look for help. And a resident came here, and he was having some difficulty. This particular resident comes here often, and I had come out to see what was going on, and it wasn't until Sergeant Gauthier came to the area, and he started talking to this resident. And because of his experiences in his past, Sergeant Gauthier has fought for our country in the Marines, and he was very familiar with some of the practices that go on in terms of helping our folks that had fought for our country. And he came above and beyond to help this resident that was having great difficulty in our front office, particularly with our clerk's office, looking for some information. And I just want to say it was remarkable. This gentleman was agitated, and he calmed him down, and thanks to Sergeant Gauthier, he's getting him some help. So that's really special. People often think you come here for your permits, your marriage license, I want to build on my home and whatnot, but we're all people, and he saw that this resident needed some help above and beyond what you would find in law enforcement. So I just want to say a little thank you to the sergeant for doing that for this gentleman. I also want to talk about I did get a call to Councilwoman Brooks regarding the traffic. I too come up on 80. I saw it. I spoke to Chief McParland, and there will be more officers on staff tomorrow to help guide traffic. The road was never closed. It was just one way, but given the fact that I understand this is a major thoroughfare, it put a lot of people off. A rave announcement was put out to alert residents to please plan an alternate route if you could, but there will be additional officers to help that transition with the traffic tomorrow. And just talking about budgets, you're right, we're getting ready for our budget season. So Everett, I just mailed you over the budget hearing dates while you were preparing for this meeting tonight, so we're going to get ready for that. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you so much. I took a note of the street lights that we need, and I will certainly look forward to hearing from our resident regarding the hunt. Thank you.
Mr. Coward.
Thank you. Nothing to report.
Mr. Dyer.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Ms. Fronte.
No report.
Wow. Chief.
As was touched upon, I'd like to thank the council and administration for the 4 additional officers. Their addition to the department will bring us up to 56 officers altogether, and it's greatly needed and appreciated. It was already touched upon by Councilman Freelander. I've been in contact with both the Chabad and White Meadow Lake Temple rabbis. I didn't realize Saturday that they weren't able to answer their phones, so I stopped over personally, stopped in and spoke to them and the congregants that were there during the services, and assured them that we were there for them, and that if there's any problems, we'd be right there, as well as our increase in both uniformed and plainclothes property checks. And I spoke to the rabbis earlier today. I told them that we're going to be continuing that. Unfortunately, because of the the violence in the Middle East, we're going to be continuing that until at least November 1st, and we'll reevaluate our staffing in regards to that. Also on Saturday, I stopped by the Second Community Unity Festival over at Morristown. That's the annual National Coming Out Day for the LGBTQ plus community. We stopped over there to tell them what services we have, and I saw some of the council people there. It was with the weather, it was a little light on attendance, but we made our presence felt. That Sunday, we participated as a department with the Morris County Columbus Day Parade that was held in East Hanover, which had a very good turnout. We had our motorcycles and our patrol cars in the parade, and as we were driving along, we threw out some early Halloween candy to the kids, and they totally enjoyed it. Due to our professionalism, we were also invited to participate in the New York City Columbus Day Parade, which we took part in yesterday, especially our motor unit. And tomorrow, I've been invited to attend the Prayer for Peace in the Middle East session at the Chabad Center starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll be over there, and I'll also have some of our other officers. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, everybody. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much.